Hey guys, Steve from stevevicem.com here. And I want to discuss a little bit about persistence with eating right for your blood type. Now, in and of itself, the blood type diet is very controversial, but it's been around since 1996. The hardcover book was written by Dr. Diadamo, and people have been praising it incredibly ever since. It's also been very controversial because of the lectin theory of specific blood types. Anyone who's actually followed through with it knows that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, which is guaranteed by the testimonials. Not just because people eat better, but because they're eating directly for their type. One of the things that I've added that I've always recommended for people is that you eat for your type is perfect, but also you gotta keep the carbs low. Meaning you can eat for your type, but just because rice is neutral for all blood types doesn't mean you could eat, 100 or 150 grams of white rice um, with impunity. It's not as bad, honestly, as eating probably 25 grams of wheat, but generally, eating for your type, the low carbohydrate version of eating for your type is an amazing phenomenon. It's really similar in a way. It's kind of similar to the paleo diet to a degree. Um, I would suggest. I mean, there are variations of it. Meaning, it's not just meat for everyone. But for type A's, for example, what I've come to terms with, and I've learned a lot about type A's because my dad's of blood type A, and I've seen what he eats, and I know some of the consequences of his actions. There's also the way you spread your meals out throughout the day and not constantly snacking like they recommend. Um, but the biggest thing is honestly, and this is something that I've learned and that I had troubles with that I've been able to achieve, that you can, if you just stick it out. Meaning it doesn't always feel great in the beginning because your body's making adjustments, your gut bacteria is changing, your adrenaline and cortisol levels are lowering, which, you know what, doesn't always feel so great. Anyone who's used to a high carbohydrate diet or a high stress lifestyle knows that when you quit a very stressful job, you go through withdrawal. And it's the same thing with diet. And I think that's the reason why it's so attacked, because it really is an attack on your way of life. Um, People who eat for their blood type are generally happier people. They're connected more, they feel more productive, they're happier in their lives. And that is why I wholeheartedly, I mean, that's why my blood type O video has over like 35, almost like 40,000 hits. Just because a lot of people are talking about it, a lot of people are benefiting from it, a lot of people have questions about it. And that's what I'm here for because I recommended it from the beginning. And that's what I follow. I follow a very strictly controlled blood type O diet. I've seen phenomenal results. But I want to break down my videos in different categories because I can't just talk with everything in one video. I tend to do that, as you may be aware of, but I'm not perfect and I don't have to create perfect videos. I just want to keep doing it to keep informing you so I can keep helping you guys. Um, and I want you to just stick with it. I want you to keep trying, to keep focused on your goals. And you know what? Like, my goals were never about weight because I never had a weight problem. Um, I had other goals I had to achieve through my health. So I don't want you to necessarily look at it as just like, oh, I need to lose weight. I mean, there are tremendous opportunities here with eating for your blood type as far as what happens to you, the emotions that come up, um, by an improved diet, some of the withdrawal symptoms. These are all things that you have to sometimes be aware of before it happens, or else you're going to think it isn't working. So again, be persistent with the blood eating for your blood type, especially eating a low carb version of for your blood type, because you're not going to see the results you want if you're eating tons of carbs. Just like anything, the blood type, the sugar itself doesn't agglutinate your blood, but it has consequences nonetheless if you're going to eat a lot of it. Now, again, this is just a lot of this is common sense, but I've been through it. I'm still going through it, and I've seen results, and you guys can too. So thanks for listening. Bye bye.